Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol. Let's jump into it. And let's talk about Aziz Ansari and the gray area between consent and pushing through token resistance. The original Babe.com article is in the link below. It's 3,000 words long. I'm not going to read it. And that's what started off this whole media firestorm about this situation. At the heart of it, there is one super clear miscommunication, and I haven't seen anyone else talk about this. And this is, I see this happening a lot with people as they learn about game and how being dominant and assertive with a woman often pays results. This is a really good object lesson, so please do watch this. This is not just clickbaity, I'm talking about a celebrity thing. Okay, he's running really tight game. He gets her to his apartment. He shows her this awesome apartment. She's meant to be blown away and impressed by it. It's the same exclusive building as Taylor Swift. He offers her wine as a sort of a compliance test. Here, drink this. She drinks it. Then it's downstairs. 2 blocks walk to this great restaurant that he just happens to know that I'm sure he's never brought every other woman to before. They eat the food. They drink the wine there. They go back up. They get back to his apartment, and then within 10 minutes of being back in the apartment, he's taken anything she's said, any kind of opening she's offered as an excuse to flirt with her, to verbally escalate things, to physically escalate things, and within 10 minutes of being back in the apartment, they've already taken their clothes off, and they've already given each other oral sex, and by the girl's own admission, everything had already happened within 10 minutes of being back, except actual intercourse. And what he's doing, his whole approach, is anytime he saw any form of token resistance, he simply doubled down and worked harder to overcome it. He's basically trying to overwhelm her defenses and turn the whole evening into kind of like a theme park ride where we start over here and then we see this and then we do that and the ride does that and then there's the big finish at the end of the ride. And I know that sounds sort of cynical and manipulative, but he's really just running this like a comedy set. He's trying to hit some benchmarks along the way. Or put more romantically, he's trying to sweep her off her feet. And for the most part, it works pretty well. So when he sees token resistance, that's his signal to keep coming back at it, to push a little harder, to be assertive, to be dominant, to be masculine, to be alpha. She's enjoying, and on her hand, she's enjoying the ride. It's great. She doesn't give really too many signals of being truly unhappy with it until after that point. And when she gets to the place where she decides, okay, she doesn't want it anymore, she wants to get off the ride, and she thinks she's saying no by giving out non-verbal signals of disinterest. So she's sort of turning away. She's sort of grimacing. She's saying she's uncomfortable, but none of it is a clear, direct no, so it all comes across as a form of token resistance. So, she thinks she's saying no by giving up signals of token resistance. He sees token resistance as the indicator to keep pushing and being more assertive. As soon as you can see that dynamic, it's abundantly clear why these two collide into a horrible, horrible evening. And I'm betting both of them look back just thinking that was an awful experience now. And she really does give out some nonverbal signals of extreme interest in him, even while she thinks she's saying no. She's in his apartment, and she stays in his apartment for what seems to be like hours after the point she doesn't want anything to happen. She's isolated with him. She's staying with him. If anything, if he wanted to be violent with her, he could be, because she's isolated with him. She gives him oral sex twice. She stays naked for a long time. And to me, what is the sort of crown jewel of, honey, what are you thinking? This is in no way a signaling of disinterest. She goes to the bathroom for 5 minutes and freshens up, splashes water on her face, whatever she does, comes out of the bathroom. She's still naked. And while he's sitting on the couch, she sits at his feet, and by her own admission hopes that he will play with her hair or maybe rub her back to make her feel better. And this is like, it's like, if we were doing the silent movie test, and the audience is just looking at this, a naked girl sitting at the feet of a guy that's got his pants off, what are we meant to think? It looks like the cover of some sort of cheap, tawdry, erotic novel. It looks like Gorian slave girl positioning. What is he meant to think? What is anyone meant to think? So she thinks she's saying no, but she's really just saying keep pushing. And they collide. And this is the takeaway for me, is that because I've seen this happen to many people before. Guys do learn, like women actually do respond to strong men. They do like strong, clear, assertive, dominant initiation routines. They like the guy to come. They don't want him. No woman wants their man to passively, weakly, gently, touchingly beg, ask her for sex. They don't want. No wife wants her husband to gently stroke her back like she's some sort of baby kitten that can barely be touched for fear of breaking, and politely inquire if it was okay with her that perhaps he might touch her breast. It's just a massive turn-off for so many women. So many men do learn, okay, I have to be direct, I have to be clear, I have to be assertive. And if she just says, I don't know, blah, blah, it's just token resistance, and I should keep pushing until I get some sort of clear no, and then I'll stop. And that pushing through token resistance can work really well. I'm sure Aziz Ansari has pushed through token resistance with different women at different times and gotten good sex, and it's worked. But if by putting up that token resistance, she's really trying to say no, and she really doesn't want it, and she's truly uncomfortable, and the guy pushes through, it's a really bad experience, and she can be really hurt and really upset and even damaged by it. And I am completely sure that the girl in question of this evening was genuinely upset, hurt, and humiliated, embarrassed, whatever you want to call it, by this whole experience. And completely believe she was miserable by it. So we got this problem, though. Are we giving clear yeses and nos? Are we giving clear verbal consent? Or do we just want to shove it all into a gray area and hope that the guy is just a mind reader and knows when he should push through her last minute resistance? That's all unclear and fuzzy. Or when he shouldn't pass through her last minute resistance because she actually doesn't want it. And the problem is, I think most times it's going to be okay, good experiences. But sometimes they're going to be traumatic and horrible experiences. So I think sometimes, women, you really just have to give clear yeses and nos. Because I hate to break it to you. If you're expecting men to mind read you,